Hi, so it's Paige Collins. I'm coming back where I left off. We left off at the school wide need of college and career exploration, and that even with the high level of aspiration to go to college, less than half have visited a college rep that is actually at the school, right? So beyond that, only 22% were actually able to take a career interest inventory. And I think that those are fun for the kids. And the interest inventory leads to career inventory, leads to more specific college exploration. And 41% of the kids in our school did not search career information at all. And this is just online. We need to be making sure these kids are doing these searches, making it important for them. So within those concerns, I found another intervention, and it's called Lawler's theory of expectancy. And when you think of the word expectancy, that means like, what do I expect out of this? So it's Lawler's theory of expectancy, and it can be a predictor of outcomes, okay? And I'm focused on our 11th and 12th graders, and it's a model of motivation and behavior towards choice and change. It's based on the fact that career preferences stem from perceived available outcomes, and that people have expectations that an action will have an expected result. That's where disappointment comes from, expectations, right? And that all situations are based on expectancies and preferences. So in helping the children figure out what they want to do, we have to dig through how they have perceived their expectancies prior. When it's going to be during elective class time, I would never want the kids to miss out on core classes. The research that I read suggests it's meant for early college or late high school. So it's kind of, and it's also transitional, I think, in that respect, which is good. But it is 20 sessions, 1.5 hours a week, and 10 weeks, which I thought was a little bit much, especially for high schoolers. But I want to talk to you a little bit about the achievement related data. And I wish you could see this. After the completion of, so I'm going to do a pre-test. And then I want to do a post-assessment after. And I want to see increases in motivation with the children when they do the post-test. I want to see this, that they know what college they might be into. The goal is to motivate them, give them more insight about themselves, and help them find a college that they want and that will serve the career that they're interested in. So the goal is increased motivation for exploration. So I did experience that. And then the students had a heightened understanding of preference and expressed a motivation for college searches. So college searches were about 48%, and that's pretty cool, but it is just online. So 48%, why isn't it 100? It's just online. You can just search a college. But it's up to 95%. And because we're talking about it. And then college visits, they were 35%. And that's up to 57%, but that can go higher, I think, as we get more in tune with the parents too, because they care usually. And if they don't, I care. And then college fairs, surprisingly, were 13%. That's up to 65% because of knowledge and like knowing that they are out there. But I still would like to host a college fair at the school. Beyond that, the college application rates have increased by 15%. So it was 64%, so it's 15% higher. And then 30% of the students who felt that they had no one to talk to about college are now more enthusiastic, and they've been coming to my office. This is my dream. I want to show the bar graph, but I can't. Oh, there you go. Okay. So this is college exploration. It doubled, and there's a little bit of the gray area. That's the need for improvement. That's we want to get to 100%. And then there's the college inventories, where you get to do those like interest explorations. That's self-awareness, and it's really fun for the kids, and it's very powerful for the future. Career inventories significantly increased because we did it in class time. And then there's a little bit left that we need to improve, right? Always need to improve. And this one is college visits and the college fairs. I combined them because those have both doubled. And by the way, these kids want to go to college. And these experiences, we want to help them get into the right college that's going to serve what they want to do, what's going to make them happy. Lifelong happiness is the goal for our kids. And this one is student motivation, and that's doubled. And that's probably doubled because of peer support and also because of self-aware career interest inventories, because they are so fun to learn about yourself and share with your friends. It's really good. So that has doubled, and then there's always room for improvement. And then the college application, I am impressed that we had 64% in the data of students that applied to college. But then if we make it somewhat mandatory, which in my program we did, any kind of application, vocational, 2-year, 4-year, whatever, it raised it. So look, it has raised the college applications bar. But there's always room to improve because there are always kids who are, unsure or, are wondering if they can do it, So that's my goal, is to help those kids. What's the next slide? So as with every intervention, there are limitations, right? Everything has challenges that we have to overcome. So the thing about this intervention, the Lawlins, is that the length of time for the intervention seemed extensive and too lengthy. So I would trim that down significantly. The time, the amount of sessions, and then the time of each session too. Also a limitation of that research study is that it was done on early college students. So I believe it's generalizable to our upper high school classmen. So I think it's similar, but it'll vary slightly. But that is a limitation. However, it's going to probably inspire more studies for our high school kids. Another limitation is that the intervention, it measured satisfaction and certainty over other outcomes. It was an intervention that was originally designed to predict job satisfaction. And really, that's what we want in the long run for our kids, right? No matter what they choose post secondary, we just want them to have happiness and, a level of satisfaction in their career afterwards. So it is valid, but they're saying it could be a limitation too. Another limitation is that same thing, may be best for predicting satisfaction rather than behavioral outcomes and appropriateness outcomes, which are the other two kind of pinnacle parts of Lawlon's theory. But they all come together. Those are the limitations. So the next steps would be like areas for improvement. Again, the length of each session should be reduced. The intervention, I think, should culminate at the very end with half of it should be a college exploration thing. There are 3 parts, and it's important. Our goal is to get our kids to feel confident to apply for college, and then to feel confident to be in college too. And then, that's what I said. Part of the intervention needs to lead to college. So the college reps should be invited to the school, and we should try to do a college fair, and college fair resources should be offered. We have a college rep, I think, in the school, but I would love to try and do a college fair for the kids. That'd be awesome. And I think it would be very beneficial, even for the underclass women. So teamwork makes the dream work. I wish you could see this. Teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you, the student services staff. Are grateful to teachers and administrators for your support in implementing a meaningful guidance program that will foster career lifelong satisfaction. I wish you could see my PowerPoint, Dr. Kennedy, because it's good. And then thank you, administrators and teachers and parents and you kids. I feel like I am grateful to the kids who are working hard, because that's where it's at. It's all up to the student, really. We're just there to foster and support and, hopefully create programs that lift and provide the opportunities for success for our kids. Okay, thank you so much.